my name is Terri Sproul, and I want to welcome you to my studio. Tonight is our live Tuesday night show, so if you're watching this on YouTube at a later date, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And think about joining us on a live Tuesday night show. Tonight, we're going to get right down to work. We are going to play with pastels tonight, and some stencils and some stamps and paints and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to switch cameras and we're going to get going. Okay, we are working in my handmade journal that we made a couple weeks ago, and if you don't know what that is, I do have a link on in my YouTube channel, and I will also try to link it once I make this at a later date. I will put a link down in the bottom. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play with a stencil, and this one is one of my stencils from Sincity Stamps and Versamark. And we're going to use pastels. And pastels are a lot of fun to work with. They give you a really soft look, but you need some way to bind them. So the way that I'm going to bind them tonight is I'm going to use my Versamark. And I'm going to do it right directly through my stencil. And a couple quick hints when you do this. If you have a juicy ink pad, and that means it's well inked, you need to go kind of light on your touch. If it isn't, then you can go a little heavier, just so that you get a clean look. And this is a lattice kind of looking stencil that I'm using here. And I'm just going directly through. No, I did not gesso my page prior to you guys getting here. I'm just working directly on the sheet as is. And this journal is made out of watercolor paper. Last Tuesday, as you guys know, I wasn't with you guys. I went to a social media day. Last Tuesday was National Social Media Day, and they had a big, huge event in San Diego. And I learned a couple new things. One of the things that I learned was a new app that just came out that's called Periscope. So if you get a chance, check that out. It's kind of going to be a fun little thing that you can do. Okay, I am grabbing my blues and green pastels, pastels. And I'm going to work with a couple shades of blue here. And they have these really cool, what they call soft tools, that are really nice, and they will last you a really long time, so you don't have to buy too many of these. And you just very softly, I'm going to start with a really light blue, take just a little bit of pigment. These are really highly pigment onto your sponge, and I'm just going to go across my page, and you'll see that the Versamark ink will pick up the pastels wherever I use them. And it's not going to catch everything because I didn't get it solid, but it's going to give us a really cool background. And I am purposely just getting a little bit of color on so that I can come in with a couple more different colors later. But you can already see the design coming through and showing up there. And what's kind of nice about these pastels is you can really mix and blend the colors. So as you see here, I'm going to come in with a little darker blue and see how they blend and mix really nicely there and give us a really pretty shade. So I'm going to pick up a couple different colors. I'm going to probably work with 3 different blues by the time I'm done. But the social media event was kind of fun, and that Periscope, I might start doing that Periscope. So if you get a chance, download that app. And it's both for Android and for, what's the other one called? iPhone. OSI, is that the real right way to say that? So as you see how nicely these pastels give you a really nice blend. And if you want to clean off your sponge in between, you can just take a paper towel and just clean until you get it clean. I'm actually mixing my colors, so I'm not minding, but if you want to stay true colors, then you would just clean your sponge in between. Okay, pretty happy with that. You know, Joe, you keep multiplying down there. Now I have 3 of you. I don't know what's going on. Okay, also, I'm going to use a stamp and kind of do the same technique with the Pan Pastels. If I can find my, oh, there it is, my Versamark. So again, using my Versamark, I'm using, this is a stamp from Sincity Stamps again. And I'm going to stamp that image, and then I'm going to grab a new one, because I'm going to grab greens this time. And you'll see that it'll pick up that image instantly. See how it grabbed that image? And I can clean off the excess pastels to make that image come out a little better. But this is just a background. Okay, I lost Joe completely, so I'm not sure what just happened. We might have lost our guy that's going to help me. Yes, it does help if you turn up your speakers. If you do have a question, please put it in caps and I'll do my best to catch it. Because I did just lose Joe. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to kick back on or what. I had 3 of them down there, now I have none. I don't know if you guys can see that image. Let me see if I can show you that a little better. See how it grabs the stencil and the stamp? It's a great way to work with Pan Pastels if you haven't worked with them yet. So Joe was actually going to be putting all my links up for tonight. So if I lost him, we might not have links. But I will put them on my blog tomorrow, which is terrisproul.blogspot.com. So you can definitely check there tomorrow. But I'll do my best to say the names of these stamps as I use them. Okay, I just lost, oh, there it is. I just lost my green one. And I love to use multiple different colors and let it catch differently and the way it grabs it. So there we go. Okay, one more time. Okay, Joe's back. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July. I didn't do much. I actually helped out in our community center. Had a yard sale, so I helped out with that, and it kind of kicked my butt. So I ended up going home after that and went to bed before fireworks even started. Sad to say, but oh well. Okay, so that part's done. Let's put the Pan Pastels away. They're kind of fragile, so I always like to get them off my desk, so in case I drop one or something like that. Something horrible like that. Now I'm using these Big Bold Blossoms from Danielle Hayes, and she's actually in the room. These are her stamps, and they actually have multiple different, there's 4 flowers stamps, and I'm going to use 2 of them. And you see they're really nice and big, and I love that about them. And then she has a few words in there also. I am going to use Indian ink, as I always do. And these are also, I apologize, I'm not sure if Joe's getting the link up there or not, but these are from Sincity Stamps. And that would be sincitystamps.com. And I'm just going to start randomly stamping these across my page. And what's kind of cool is these are nice big stamps, like I said, and that does make it really nice to work with. I just turned off my Facebook so you guys wouldn't hear that little ding every time somebody talks to me over there. Remember to stamp off your page and have some of your images actually going off the page. It looks more natural. Okay. And I like to keep them off the off a block, because when you're working in an art journal, your pages are not level because your book isn't level. So it really allows you to be able to get a better, cleaner, crisp image than if you don't use it. So that's just a nice little trick that I personally use. I'm going to try to go across my spine there and see if I can get a good image. Thank you, Deb. See, that'll keep you awake, Deb. Deb made a comment earlier that, and I so agree with her, that when you spend the day in the sun, sometimes that sun just kicks your butt and you're so tired that she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to stay awake tonight. Aren't they super nice stamps? You can get all of these stamps over at Sincity Stamps for only $20. So that's a lot of stamps for $20, and they're nice big stamps, so you'll get some great, you know, use out of them. And they're super easy to cut out. I've actually used them and fussy cutted them, and they were really easy to cut out because they are so nice and big. And I think if you get them cushioned, they're, I think, $25 with the cushion, which is what I always do. I do get them cushioned, but I don't even peel the cushion part off because I rarely use them on there. So I'm just keep inking this stamp up. And so kind of what my thought was kind of having a lattice in the back with all these beautiful flowers. So that's kind of where I'm going. Okay, I'm happy. Oh no, I think I want to put one more right here. And this is kind of sad too. I have to confess something. About, I don't know, it's probably been 15 years now. I used to work for a friend of mine who used to put fireworks off. And I used to help them every year put the fireworks together. It kind of destroyed my desire to go watch fireworks because I realized how much work it is for those poor people to do, that I just kind of lost my interest. So now I'm grabbed my silk acrylic glazes from Color Art. Oh, Color Art is having a challenge blog, and it's colorart.blogspot.com, and it's a great way to win some prizes. And a little bit of an inside secret that nobody knows yet because I haven't announced it yet. Robin's Nest is also going to have a challenge sketch. So if you are a scrapbooker and you want to grab some new supplies, you can win some prizes definitely over at Robin's Nest also. So I'm just going around and coloring the leaves in right now with this green because I want to actually add 2 shades of the green. So I'm putting one shade on right now so it can dry, and then going in and putting another shade. One of the reasons I really like these silks to paint over stamps is because they're translucent, and having them translucent gives me the ability to still see the lines and the images on the stamp, so you don't really lose the whole stamp, and I really like that. Because when you paint with you know, a paint that's not translucent, you end up with that, you can't see what you're painting. You lose the lines, and I hate that. But you can take a regular paint and add some glazing liquid to it, and it'll make it more translucent. So you can do that. Somebody keeps getting rebooted. Sorry about that. You know what might work, and she might not be able to hear me, but use Chrome. And Chrome really does, because Chrome is a Google based program that, and this is Google Plus and YouTube, and Google Plus and YouTube are both Google, so you might get a better, it might work better for you. And I used to be a huge Firefox fan too, until I started doing so much stuff with Google, and I just started discovering that it just works so much better for me if I just use Chrome. What I'm doing now is I'm putting some darker, kind of a bluish green paint in, but I'm really blending it out with a baby wipe so that it's not so harsh, I guess is the word I want to use. I want it to blend, so you can either use your finger to blend it out a little, or a baby wipe, just to give it a little more realisticness. And what I'm doing is I'm following the artist's lines on her stamps to see where to put the shading in. They kind of, if you look at stamps, a lot of artists do that work for you. They put a little darker areas in. So that's where you're going to go in and see the blending that I'm getting. You're going to go in with your darker paints or your darker markers or whatever you're using to color with. And that's where you'll get the darker colors in, is where the artist has showed you that it's more shaded. So use those lines. If you get stamps that don't have that, what you want to do is decide where your light source is. So if you're going to have your light source in one section, say, I'm going to say my light source is this way, and it's coming across my page this way. So everything I want to do is I want to make it brighter along here and darker around the edge. You see where it would be, like, it would be definitely darker right here, because that petal, this petal would shade that leaf. So especially if you think about the sun coming in, it's definitely going to be more light right there in the center. So use what the artist has done for you, or, like I said, decide where your sun is and work with it. Okay. So it looks like I completely lost Joe, so I apologize about the links. I will just continue to say them. But I'm glad everybody likes Danielle's stamps. That's great. These are beautiful stamps, I have to admit. I've used them a couple times. If you actually go over to the Sincity YouTube channel, and Danielle can probably throw that up for you, you will find 3 videos from me, Danielle, and from Barbara Rankin. And all 3 of us did a video on a mixed media card, and we all happened to use the same stamp. We used that one right there. It was so funny that all 3 of us did that. And when we talked about using, you know, the set of stamps, but we didn't talk about which stamps we were going to use. And it was just kind of funny that we all did that. Okay, so now I'm grabbing kind of an orangey color. It's called Persimmon. And I'm going to start painting the flowers in here. This is a beautiful color. Again, I'm using the silks from Color Art. So, are any of you guys scrapbookers out there? Because if you are, that challenge blog is going to be a lot of fun. Pre-made sketches for you. You just go in and just, you know, make a page with that sketch. Makes it super easy. So definitely think about that. And I will, the Robin's Nest, it's chatteರಿಂgrobins.blogspot.com is the blog, and then there'll be a page on there really soon. Actually, if you just go over to the Robin's Nest Facebook page, I will have a link on there here in a couple days. When we start that, we're going to start that around the 10th. At least that's my plan. But yeah, that social media day was fun. It was in downtown San Diego, right on the bay. It was so pretty. At the beautiful Marriott hotel. Someday I'd love to stay there, but man, that's so expensive to stay there. It's like, who can afford it? Not me. Oh, yes, Susan's a scrapbooker. Good, Susan. I'd love to see some of your work over there. And we've got over on Color Art, we've already got 5 entries for the this month, and there's some good prizes over there. And one of the prizes is going to give you the opportunity to be a guest designer for a month, so you can really get your, if you're looking for a way to get your name out there, it could be a fun way of getting your name out there. Look how pretty this page is turning out. I've been wanting to, you know, it's funny, I've had this kind of this page in my head for a while. Using these big blooms, I kept thinking about having them all over the page like I do. So it's kind of coming out kind of the way I thought it would in my head. Okay, I'm going to clean off my paintbrush. And I'm going to switch over to a yellow. This is actually called Sunflower. Oh, I forgot to do splats. Oh well. I was going to do splats. Maybe I can go back and do splats a little bit. We'll see. I could probably get a couple in. So I'm just painting away here. I know, no fun watching paint dry, right? But what I wanted to do also is show you how to blend some colors together. So I am going to let these dry in between. When you want to blend and you don't want things to muddy, you should always kind of let the paint dry. Once it's dry, it pretty much becomes permanent. And once it's permanent, then you don't have the problem of it bleeding and making, some people call it mud, some people call it brown. So, whatever. Oh, there's a Stephanie says, yeah, you better be a scrapbooker, Stephanie. Stephanie just got on the Robin's Nest design team, so everybody say congratulations to Stephanie. So, so definitely go check out her work. She does some beautiful work over at the Chattering Robins blogspot. So definitely come. They have a new post up there every single day, so stop by that blog and see what they do. Yes, there's definitely lots of videos over there on the Sincity Stamps YouTube channel. So definitely stop by there and subscribe for us, please, and give us a thumbs up. I appreciate that you guys go by my channel, but it'd be nice if you can go by there also. Look how pretty this page is turning out. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, I think I need to switch colors again. Just because I can. Let's go with the third color. Let's see what I got on my desk. I think this Love Struck is a little too dark. We're going to go with the very last of this Caribbean Mist. Even though it's going to kind of blend in with the background, but that's okay. This bottle is almost empty. I think still might show up good enough. And because it's even translucent, you're even seeing the pan pastel stamp that I put down there still. Yeah, this is one of the ones I need to reorder here on my next order. See how big these stamps are? They're so easy to paint in. I mean, I did all those stamps in no time at all. Isn't that awesome? Yes, they are. They kind of are the California poppies. I think these are the poppies, aren't they, Danielle? Now I'm going to come back in with Persimmon again, and I'm going to kind of blend that with the yellow that I've got going. And I'm going to grab the baby wipe. I love California poppies. They're so pretty. They're just about everywhere. They're so prevalent in the state. Especially this time of year, they're really... Again, you can either use your finger or a baby wipe to kind of soften the color a little if you get it too dark. I'm going to put it pretty heavy in the center, though. So again, I'm kind of working with the lines that are there that are kind of meant to be a little darker. So again, just kind of using the stamp to work with itself. I love the Caribbean Mist too. That's probably why it's almost gone. And again, I'm just softening up that color by tapping my baby wipe to make it less prominent, but yet still give me that blending. If you have Caribbean Mist, you could enter the color art challenge this month. It's the 3 colors are red, yellow, and blue are the colors that you need to use to be a part of the challenge. So, okay, so pretty. Now I'm going to grab orange peel, and I'm going to do the center of this flower, and the center of this flower, and the center of these 2 flowers. Oh, in the center of that flower. Okay, so now all my flower centers are done. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yeah, Caribbean Mist is one of mine favorite too. You can tell because it's literally, I mean, there's just a tiny bit down there on the bottom. Tiny, tiny bit. Gotta get more soon. Okay. I like it. Okay, my next idea is I'm going to use the girl stamp. This is one of my stamps from Sincity Stamps, and it's called Girls Night Out, I think. Oh, we could use the rain out here. And then these are wings from Sincity Stamps also, and it's on their steampunk set. I'm just closing that so I can grab this right here. I painted it already with a warm gray, but I kind of want to put some bling in there, I guess. So I'm going to use this interference blue, which is going to not really show a whole lot of color, but it'll give you that iridescence. Like when you move it, you'll see the blue, and that kind of reminds me of wings, so that's why I'm going to use it. Okay. So you can kind of see when I move it, you can see the blues in it. And they have gold, copper, red, all kinds of different ones besides the blue. And they can do a lot of fun. Matter of fact, since I have that open, let's go in on top of this blue flower, and let's just make it pop a little more with this blue. This is just going to give it some fun. See, it's not really changing the color per se, but you can definitely see the blue iridescentness. I always try to remind people, it reminds me of a peacock when a peacock moves, how the colors move. And let's put this over top of yellow and see what happens. You don't really see it much, but wow, it really shows up over top of the orange though. Interesting. It's going to show up over dark colors. I use this a lot over top of black. It's really amazing on black. It really pops on black. But that was fun. Experiment. Okay. So I have the wings, and I have the girl, and I fussy cutted her out, and I did do I used markers just to color her in. Grab her boot real quick. Come out of there. There we go. Her boot. And I think I'm going to put wings on her. I think I'm going to cut these wings apart. So I thought they'd be kind of cool looking on her. She looks a little like she's a little spiky girl. Okay, cleaning off my paintbrush, and I'm going to use gel medium. They're actually from Color Art also. These are the silks. And they have these also in the sprays. And in the, I believe in the Dobblers also. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to make splats. These make the best splats. I was playing with that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm shaking them real quickly because they always settle to the bottom. And camera doesn't like to see shaking, so I'm just shaking it off air or off thing. So you gotta make sure that you get all the mica off the bottom. Now watch how cool this thing makes splats. Aren't those cool splats? So if you like splats, they're kind of fun. And then I'm gonna grab my, oh, come here you. My dryer and just dry them real quick. Not going to take long since it's quite warm here today again. Now I have my splats. See, I had that envisioned. I needed splats. Okay, back to my girl. I'm going to open this up again and use this real quick. Put her wings on. I'm using gel medium for her wings. So I'm just going to glue them to the back of her. And then I'll glue the whole thing down to the page. So I am going to do this towards me so I get the wings right. A little more adhesive. You don't have to necessarily use gel medium, but just happens to be what I have on my desk. Okay. So there she goes with her big old wings. Which I think I'm going to put them more up. Hold on here. Oh yeah, I like them like that better. Okay, so there's her. She got cool wings. Okay. So I think I'm going to put her right there. And in the bloom stamps that we've been using, she has a bunch of, Daniel made a bunch of words, and I'm going to use this word strength because I think it's a good one. And then somewhere on my desk, I have a really cool quote that I'm also going to add. And I think it's going to get lost over here, so I think I'm going to stamp it on a white piece of paper and then cut it out. So again, I'm using Indian ink, and I always use Indian ink, and the reason for it is because it is a permanent ink, and it will not bleed if I put anything over top of it. So I like to use Indian ink. And that one is from Stuart Superior, but honestly, you could use the big pit pens from Faber-Castell if you have them, because they are also Indian ink. So I'm hoping I get this stamp correctly. And this stamp is from Versus, and that's versusrubberstamps.com. And it says, there are souls in this world who have the gift of finding joy everywhere and of leaving it behind when they go. I like that. I thought that was a really cool saying. So I'm going to cut this out. I apologize if I'm off camera here a little. Now I need to decide if I want to, I kind of like it like that. Okay, so let's work with that. I'm going to grab, let's take the whole book, put it off to the side here. I'm going to use my Radiant Rains. And this one, again, you need to shake all Radiant Rains because the mica does settle to the bottom. And this one's called Sea Foam. This is a really, really light color. It's a lot lighter than kind of looks in the bottle. And then I'm going to real lightly go in with this Ocean Wave. That's just about all I want to do with that one. Let me dry that. See how really light that got? And I think I'm going to do a splat on there. So again, using that same color that I used in the back. Oh, that's a great splat. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Clean my desk up. Look how cool those splats are. Are those just cool splats or what? If nothing else, you learn how to make cool splats tonight. Okay, open my book back up here. Yeah, I think I like that, just like that on there. Okay, so we are going to do, we're going to glue this down first. So again, I'm using gel medium. And I like to go over my gel medium, over the top, and especially around the edges. And that's really going to help seal it down and make it become part of the page and not a separate piece. And in the future, it probably would never come up. You know, that is my goal, to make it look like it was actually meant to be down there. Love the splats that turned out on that one. I got better than the ones on my background. I'm going to glue down my girl. No, I think she can go right there. Since her wings are so big, I need to make sure her wings stay on one side of the page or the other, so they don't get ruined. So I apologize, I was off camera. I'm just gluing. So I never did get Joe back, so I'm hoping that the splats didn't it? That you guys are not having yeah, I'm watching that show Dominion right now. Somebody commented the wings look like the wings from the guy on the Dominion show. The season, I think, is starting back up this Thursday. So let me make sure I get her. I know the splats, I really do like the splats. So again, I want to seal her down with the gel medium. That way she stays glued down. Down, down. I am going to be taking off some time in August again because I'm going to be going on vacation. I'm going to Lake Tahoe for about 10 days. Plan on taking my phone and my internet with me. I'm hoping we have internet up there. And I might try to do a Periscope. So again, that's what I was talking about if you were late. It's a new app that you can get on your phone. It's called Periscope. So check it out. It's supposedly going to be the new big wave in the social media world. Stay down. This is really thick cardstock, is why it's coming up. So again, I'm just, this strength, if you watch those videos I was telling you about earlier from the mixed media cards that me, Danielle, and Barbara Rankin did on the Sincity YouTube channel, this is a leftover piece from that video. So I was sitting on my desk and I went, what? I think it'll be perfect for tonight. So I'm going to do that, and then see if I have a cool flower over here or something. I'm looking in my little stash of junk. Not really junk, but you know what I mean. Stuff, flash of stuff that you always have on your desk that you never want to throw away because somebody, you might need that one piece. You never know. It might just come in handy. Like maybe this one flower might be the one I need. Okay, put those back over there. Come in here and put this one flower right there. And I think I had a bauble on my desk too. See, that was on my desk too, so we're going to use that. And it actually fell right where I want it to be. A little bit of bling. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Cleaning off my brush, because gel medium and paint brushes don't like each other. So make sure you always clean off your brush when you're using gel medium. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Does anybody have any questions? And aren't those splats just the coolest? I'm going to bring this up now and show it to you. Check those splats out. And then there's my girl with her really cool wings. And you see the blue hint there? Isn't that kind of cool? And those beautiful big blossom flowers from Danielle. Big, bold blossoms. You'd think I'd get it right by now, but I haven't. But anyways, I hope you go check them out and purchase them. Again, you can get all of those stamps. Those are 4 big flowers. And was it 4 or 5 words in there? For only $20, guys. That's a really good deal. So go purchase them. And it'll make Danielle happy anyways, if you did that. Okay. Get that to stay down there. I'm pretty happy with that page. I think I'm going to end it right there. Yeah, you got to get those dabblers for the splats. They're really cool. And those are over at Color Art. And it's colorart.com. And it's COLOURARTE.com. All one word. Colorart.com. So they make really cool splats. And they have lots of colors. So check it out. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras and see if we have any questions. Oh, hold on. We got 2 over there on YouTube. Oh, okay. Those are all from Joe when he was having problems. So we lost Joe tonight. Oh, there we go. Back to me. And he was teasing me. He thought I looked like I was only in a bra. But really, I'm in a full shirt. It's just warm today. So yeah, definitely go check these flowers out and get them from Danielle's, because I think they are just an amazing scrapbook, or even a scrapbook page. These, even if you're a scrapbooker, they would be wonderful stamps for scrapbooking, making cards, art journaling. They are just awesome stamps. So go purchase some stamps over at Sincity Stamps, and buy my girls while you're there too. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. If you have any questions, you can put the question over on my group called All Things Terri Sproul in Facebook. And thank you, Debbie, for putting that link up. And if you, again, if you want the links to all the products I used, tomorrow they'll be on my blog. Okay? Thank you. Bye, guys.